What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of WPIAL Predictions. It's Friday night, September 29th, 2023. I'm Mason Spesky, your host for this show, and tonight's an interesting night for sure. Several schools are having their homecomings tonight, so that's definitely an interesting thing for WPIAL football. And also, too, not only are we in homecoming season, we are halfway through the season. Tonight begins the unofficial second half of the season, unofficial/official because of week 0. But after tonight, we will only have one more month of WPIAL high school football left to play before the postseason starts in November. So definitely interesting times for sure for that. And tonight will be an important night because it'll set the tone for which teams will be competing for what next month here as we approach the end of this WPIAL high school football season. So without further ado, let's get into the games here. This first one here is not a WPIAL game, but it is a local game. We're going to start off with the Central Clarion Limestone/North Clarion Wildcats against Carton City. The reason I picked this game because I found it to be important, as the Carton City football team obviously has been talked about a lot this year because of quarterback Mason Martin. He, unfortunately, in a game on September the 1st, he collapsed while playing the sport he loved. He was in the hospital, or still is in the hospital, for several weeks, and he is showing improvement. His dad said he's showing improvement here. I'm sorry, I'm referencing an article from WTIE. He was still in the hospital as of last week. I haven't heard, though, anything as of late, but unfortunately he is still in the hospital as of last week. But he is showing signs of improvement. Stuff's off his face, which is good. He's starting to look like, his dad said he's starting to look like his son again. So that's very fortunate. Hopefully he continues to get better, and hopefully all goes well for Mason and everything works out for him. So we're sending prayers your way, Mason, and hope you get better soon. But anyway, for this game, I'm going to pick Carton City to win this one. I think they'll be inspired tonight at home. I think there's going to be a lot of enthusiasm for them, and I'm going to pick Carton City to win this one. Next one, we have South Park at C and LaSalle. This game is at C and LaSalle, so it'll definitely be an interesting game. It's definitely going to be a close one, but I'm going to have to take C and LaSalle. They're 4-1. South Park's 3-2. C and LaSalle's at home. South Park, unfortunately, didn't have a good week last week, but I'm taking C and LaSalle on this one. Penn Trafford and Norwin, this will definitely be an interesting one. The head coach at Norwin High School now, his name's Mike Brown. He was the old football coach at my high school, Hempfield, and he was actually the one who coached a lot of the guys in my class last year when we had a good year. So he was our football coach last year when I was there, but I didn't play football, by the way. Obviously, you guys don't know. I've said multiple times I ran cross country in high school, but he was the football coach the year I graduated last year, so that's definitely interesting. But he is a Penn Trafford alumni. He played at Penn Trafford, and the Norwin Knights host the Penn Trafford Warriors tonight. I don't know if it might be Norwin's homecoming weekend. I'm not sure of that, but Norwin hosts PT tonight. This will definitely be an interesting game for sure. Norwin's up and coming. They're on the rise. They're looking much better than they did last year, so credit to him. He's a very good coach. Penn Trafford, obviously, they're not the same program they've been in past years this year, so that's definitely interesting. But yeah, it'll be an interesting one tonight for sure in the castle at Norwin High School, but I'm going to take the Norwin Knights to win this game. Washington High School at Waynesburg Central High School. The Was High is 5-0. Waynesburg Central is 4-1. I would love to pick Waynesburg in this one, but I can't do it. I think Was High is way too good, and even though it's at Waynesburg, I think Was High is just a better team, so give me Was High in this one. Greensburg Central Catholic High School at Clareton High School. This will definitely be an interesting one for sure amongst these two Class A schools. The Central Catholic, they've played well this year. They only have 2 losses. I forget who the first one was to, but the other was to Washington. Clareton, I don't even know who their 2 losses are to, but these are definitely interesting games for sure, and they're going to be close. They're going to come down to the wire, and they're definitely going to be super interesting, that's for sure. But, yeah, I'm excited for this one for sure, but I think I'm going to take the Clareton Bears to win this game tonight. Give me Clareton. Sarah Catholic High School at Derry High School. This is another game where I picked this one for a specific reason, but just like the Card City one, unfortunately there was a tragedy amongst the Sarah Catholic High School community. Let me just pull this article up real quick. I'm sorry guys. I'm so unprepared for all of these. I typically like always just talk and like say what I say, and I don't really go into this with a plan. But anyway, though. So anyway, Sarah Catholic, they had a student. Her name was Samantha Kalkbrenner. She unfortunately passed away last week in a car accident. Very sad and unfortunate thing for the Sarah Catholic community. But yeah, that's very sad and unfortunate. And she was in the band. I think she was in the band. Or no, she wasn't in the band. She was a dancer, and it says here of WPIAL, she was a gifted dancer, dedicated cheerleader, and talented artist. And school administrators had a piece of artwork put on displayed that she created, so that's good for them. Very nice to see that they did that. Tonight is homecoming, though. Tonight's homecoming for Derry, but I'm going to pick Sarah Catholic. I think this is a good night for them to get their first win. I don't think Derry's very good. They haven't impressed me much this year, but I'm taking Sarah Catholic. I'm going to ride the upset in this one, so give me Sarah Catholic. Sorry I didn't know all that information either off by heart. I'm sorry about that. Next up, we have Pine Richland. The Rams of Pine Richland head up to North Allegheny to take on the Tigers. Pine Richland hasn't been the best, have had their best of years this year. They're 3-2. North Allegheny, last week, they're coming off that bad loss to Pittsburgh Central Catholic for the lead in 6A, but unfortunately for them, they lost that game. But they're going to look to bounce back this week, and I definitely believe that they will bounce back this week, so I'm taking an A in this one over Pine Richland. Now, this is the game I'm excited to see. It's my game of the week, and it's Mount Lebanon, the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils at the Upper St. Clair Panthers. This is going to be a fun game for sure. These two teams, I think, are even. These two teams had two bad losses. The one game they each lost was a bad loss. Mount Lebo to Pittsburgh Central Catholic, USC to Peters Township. It's going to come down to the wire. It's going to be very interesting, and it's going to be very close. However, when it's all said and done, at the end of the day, I'm going to take the Upper St. Clair Panthers at home in an upset to win this game. I just think they're the better team right now. I think they have more power going for them at home. It's going to be an exciting night for sure in that area. This is a rivalry game. They're going to come in inspired, ready to play, and I just think Upper St. Clair is going to edge out Lebo tonight for the win. So that's definitely interesting. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Enjoy this night of WPIAL high school football. I'll have my recap up for you tomorrow. Have a good one. Take care. Stay safe. Enjoy this Friday night of football. And peace.